Hi guys, DCT Makes here. This is for Mr. Adam. He wanted a look at this setup. This is a Fordham double setup. Okay, let's start. Normal single pedal, split from 2 Fordham units up on a stand. Yeah, I know, lavish. What reason? One collet, one size in one collet in the other, 2 tools available. I just happened to get 2 of these, one given, one bought. But this setup works good down here as long as you remember that the switch up here on your machines is off on one and on the other, and which one you're touching. So work out what you're doing first. Anyway, useful tool, variable speed, nothing to about 18,000 RPM on the quarter horse Fordhams. Really well made billet, and 3 collet sizes. Here's some of the collets that you can use. Small collets, you can pick up the stuff that you would be running with in a standard Dremel. It's not quite as fast. This is like 5,000 to 30,000. Obviously these 18, but you much more torque on these units for carving, heavier carving. Some carbide bits that you can get, quarter shaft that go in the large collets, and there's all kinds of different tools that you can get. A little bit beefier, obviously. You got slightly smaller ones for the middle collet, and then you can go all the way down to the burr size stuff that you can obviously fit in the Dremels. You got to be kind of careful with them. A lot of torque. You can kind of snap them and break them. I wouldn't advise doing cutting wheel stuff with this. I suppose you could, but it's probably better you leave that to the Dremel. But I'll change one of the tools here so you can see how you can do that. I'll put you back in the stand. I know, camera works terrible. I'll give it a shot this time. A little better, maybe. Okay, so first off, don't use the tools for stupid stuff like metal. There's a hole in the shaft in the tool that goes through the middle of the shaft. Obviously it's only in one location. Push it all the way through, put your finger on it, handy up here on the other end with the spanner, wrench for you Americans. Okay, and that's the result of using the for the wrong thing. Okay, anyway, we put a fresh guy in, put them in, tighten them up. You don't have to wail on them, but you should make it secure. It's it's a lump of metal turning at anywhere up to 18,000 RPM, so you really don't want to hit you in the face. Eye protection's probably a good idea here. Anyway, tighten it up slightly. Remember to take the pin out. If you leave the pin slightly in and you switch this damn thing on, it will throw the pin and the wrench and the chain as far as it wants. So that's one. See, I got a middle collet tool on there. I'm going to put a larger burr on this guy. And you have a certain leeway of how much you can actually put the tool in. You want it to be, quarter inch or more inside the collet, but you can play about with the length off of there if you've got to reach into somewhere. Again, turn the shaft, find where the hole is, slightly tighten the collet sleeve, tighten it down, thumb, click, bang, done. Again, take this out. Okay, this is noise alert, as Mr. Musti would say. This is the tool, like going from slow speed to full speed. And it doesn't immediately back off. Obviously there's no braking mechanism here. It's going to wind down. The shafts need oiling with or grease, basically. It's like a thinner grease. It comes with the tools. If you can't get any, some of the sewing machine, slightly thicker sewing machine oils probably work best. I'm no carver, but I'll show you what it's capable of doing. Good stands, keep things that you can, the work's not going to go flying off anywhere. Make sure you're comfortable when you're doing it. And we get a little stool. Really get comfortable when you're doing it. You might be there a long time when you're carving. Okay. So I'm going to switch off one, switch on the other. Same foot pedal, remember. You guys see this? Duh. Remember, carving. Everything you take away isn't the carving. Ooh. Sometimes when you're doing this, slower speed can be better because you can take too much off all of a sudden and it's kind of hard to put it back. But just take your time. Remember the way the tool's turning. See, it's turning. Facing me, it's going anti-clockwise. Facing you clockwise, obviously. But remember which way it's going. When you turn the tool, it may cut differently based on which way it's touching the grain of the wood. So you've got to be kind of careful about the direction of the bits touching the wood. You can just plow it in there, but it'll walk out now and then, it'll hit your finger and stuff like that. So here, let's try a little bit more. And I watched a few carvers in the past. People are pretty good at it, and they kind of work their way from the outside in, removing what actually sounds stupid, removing what's not the face, obviously. But you can tell, obviously, the nose will be more prominent, so it'll be further out of the wood. You can make it very superficial and just carve a face, but they get more and more technical. But really this is about the tool, what you could do with the tool. Here's the larger one. You have to be, the larger the bit, the more careful you kind of got to be. Just turn the block over. Here complaining? You're not complaining? Complaining. Actually heat it up. Again, the angle of the bit to the wood, sometimes less aggressive, will take off, how hard you're pressing on it will take off more material. Again, so the harder the material, maybe the slightly higher speed and less pressure. Softer material, you may have to do it a little more aggressive. It depends. You'll get the feel for it within a few minutes of cutting almost any wood. This is a piece of 4x4 fence post, obviously just junk. But anybody's got any questions on this? I know a little bit about it and how to maintain the units, but the biggest thing is the pedal. The pedal was just something one day I'm like, hell, I don't want two pedals down here. I'm going to split it into two. So one, all you have to do is remember the golden thing, don't switch both of them on at the same time, else you get this. Crazy stuff. And if they're touching something, they'll walk across your bench. Anyway, TCT Makes out. You guys have a good day. Subscribe, share, hit like, hit the bell, whatever they say. Take it easy. Bye, guys.